Come on, there's gotta be something good in here. Hey guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Pokemaniac, who's definitely not a burglar, coming at you with yet another episode of Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we went around and swept through Eterna City, which honestly went super well for us. We got so many new things out of that, including fixing Zuko's nickname, a Pokechap, and even a underground kit from a crazy old man who claims to be the first man to ever have been underground, which is very interesting. And we met Cynthia. Cheryl who? And in this episode, we are going to be taking on the Eterna City Gym. So let's get started. Oh, that music. And what do you have to say for yourself? Hey there, how's it going, champ-to-be? Actually, that's what I said to some boy who zipped in here earlier, too. The gym leader, Gardenia, is a user of grass-type Pokemon. It should be obvious, but grass-type Pokemon really hate fire. Finally, Zuko's paying off. And so's Warbeak, in all honesty. They're also at a huge disadvantage against flying-type, too. Yeah, boy. Oh, wait a second. I should tell you about the gym itself first, as should I. So, this part remains unchanged between Diamond and Pearl and Pokemon Platinum. You cannot challenge the gym leader until you beat all the gym's trainers. However, in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, you are not at all getting this gym. Not even close. They absolutely revamped this thing. It's not even the same type of challenge. As you can see here, this gym appears to be a big, giant floral clock with, an hour hand and a minute hand, with sprinklers preventing your progress, your progression or your regression should you want to leave. In Diamond and Pearl, it's not even close to this. It is, I guess it's like it's a maze. It's not even that much of a maze because it's not super hard, but you have to run around and, find all of the gym trainers and battle them individually before being able to take on Gardenia. In Pokemon Platinum, however, you have to battle each of these trainers in order to do something with the clock. So let's find out exactly what that is. And you know what? Let's throw Autumn out front. Not because we're going to be... Well, you know what? We don't even have to because we got that fancy new EXP share. So let's hang it. I almost really just threw right there. Where are you? There we go. See, that's the thing they don't tell you. An unlimited bag is great until you have to find something in it. Warbeak is actually a level higher than Zuko. So let's throw Zuko up front, and you'll see that Autumn can also get experience without even having to battle. Welcome. Without further ado, let's go. Here we go. Yeah, wrong franchise, I suppose. And Sweet Caroline is challenging us, and she's going to have a Cherubi, which is a Pokemon we've seen before. So nothing new, nothing that we have to grapple with. Not too bad. And I mean, they're all grass types, as the gentleman up front so graciously told us. And wow, we're still one-shotting. That's kind of crazy. And Roselia. All right, so we've talked about Roselia before, but we haven't actually seen one before. I mean, unless you've played 3rd gen, then I'm sure you've seen one prior to this. But Roselia is the evolved form of Badoo. So we know that Sweet Caroline is in fact sweet because she got her Badoo to like her enough to evolve during the daytime, I believe, into a Roselia. And we just killed it. So we knocked a few points off of the friendship meter, huh? The clock will turn now. Okay, so she reveals it. She didn't take that loss too hard, which is kind of nice. This gym's throw clock. You can walk on its hands. I cannot walk on my hands. Can you walk on your hands? That's how you get to the next trainer. That was not... I was trying, okay? Not all of them are going to be bangers. Not all of my jokes are going to land. Not all of my puns are going to be hilarious. Have you gripping your sides and rolling on the floor. And oh my gosh, could this be any longer? There we go. I don't see why the minute hand or the hour hand had to be on this side. But it did, I guess. And yeah, so as you can see, ooh, nice little hop there. with that animation, the floral clock's hands have moved, and now that it is 6:15 a.m. or p.m. Probably p.m. I didn't know there was a 6 in the morning till I was already a man. But it allows us access to the next trainer, which, what do you have to say for yourself? My grass-type Pokemon can dole out some serious special attacks. I won't let you win easily. That's pretty nice, but you need a little more self-esteem, Aroma Lady Jenna. I believe you can do it. She's got a Badoo. Maybe she can't Badoo it. Yeah. Oh, we're back, baby. I said not all of them are bangers. I lied. They're all gonna be that hilarious. But anyway, Zuko with this flame wheel should deal with this Badoo problem rather quickly. And 108, Autumn. Okay, hasn't leveled up yet, but you know, we're not in any super rush. We got plenty of trainers in here before the gym leader. Plenty of time to give Autumn that little extra boost. The XP share is also really great too. Again, by not having to switch train, you can train up your weaker Pokemon, particularly ones you want to use that maybe you've caught earlier, or if you're trying to train up a new member from mix your team up a little bit. It really makes the process so much easier and faster too, since you don't have to constantly be switching out, going through all of those animations, particularly in Diamond and Pearl. Those animations, they took so much longer, and I can't for the life of me understand why when Platinum runs so smoothly as it is. The more beautiful a flower, the faster it withers. Oh my gosh, that is so depressing. You alright, Jenna? You alright, girl? It's alright. Every time you beat a trainer, the floral clock moves. The fountain also stops if I lose, so you can go to the Pokemon Center during your challenge. Honestly, that's very nice. It's also really not super difficult, and there's not much of a puzzle here. Even Blaine's gym, which had kind of a similar theme, where it's just, you know, you run up to the different trainers. The fountain's water level dropped. Is that me? Did I say that? Is that my dialogue? It's possible to walk across the fountain now. Yeah, buddy, I'm walking across the fountain. But since we didn't really get damaged, we don't need to heal. That Jen only had 3 Badoos. I understand why she thought she was going to lose. Let's see if you'll fare any better against my fire monkey.
You can't win when you're distracted by the lovely aromas of Pokemon.
Alright, so who are you, my Valentine? You cheating by putting perfume on your cards? Angela? Huh? But she's got herself a Roselia. Again, not too concerned. Really nice Pokemon, though. I love the blue and the red on her roses. I think that was a good choice to make them different colors, as opposed to just both red or, you know, both some random color. But that did not last long. You didn't... That went faster. We got a lot more experience, though, than the Jenna with her Badoos. But that was a lot faster of a battle. And Autumn grew to level 20. Nice, not bad. It looks like they're on the same growth rate. So take that, Angela.
Just like your inability to conceal your abundant skill.
Are you saying I smell? Why is everyone talking about how I smell in this one? Okay, only the gym leader left. And really? Okay, so that's another change from Diamond and Pearl up here to Platinum, is the fact that there's only 3 trainers you have to beat before you have to go and fight the gym leader. At least in Diamond and Pearl, it wasn't really hard, but at least they tried to make it, you know, a little maze puzzle. And there were 4 trainers as opposed to just the 3 that we saw here. But with that, guys, we can take on Gardenia. I know she said we were tough looking and everything, but that really was not much of a challenge to get through a gym, I have to admit. But before we do, how's about, since everyone's on the same level now, we throw Warbeak up, give her some screen time. Look, guys, it's in her contract. I don't know what to tell you. She gets a certain amount of screen time every episode, and, well, we really dropped the ball when it came to Rourke. So, Gardenia, Warbeak is going to get a lot more screen time. And this joke has gone on way too long. You kept me waiting! Excuse me! I mean, that's kind of funny because your whole gym's like a big clock and everything, but I blew through your trainers. That was I did not keep you waiting in the least bit, and I know for a fact Docky didn't even get here that fast, because I know he's got himself a stupid Piplup, so that must have been really difficult for him to get through here. I'm Eterna City's gym leader, Gardenia, the grass-type master. Master? Okay. When I first saw you, I was convinced you'd find your way to me. My hunch was right on the money. You have a winning aura about you. So, anyway, this'll be fun. Let's have our battle. Yes, let's. That's right, we are taking on our second gym already, guys. Say hello once again to Gardenia. And look at that outfit. Like, she's got like the whole superhero cape going and the midriff thing. Like, I don't know who dressed her or why she dresses like that, but it's pretty cool. And she's got herself a Turtwig, which is a Pokemon we've seen before thanks to Sensei Dawn. But it is pretty cool to see one kind of quote unquote in the wild. Just, you know, some other trainer again having a starter Pokemon like that girl before Eterna Forest having the Piplup. Yeah, she's got herself a Turtwig with the ability Overgrow, which most Turtwigs do have, and ooh, okay, a little defensive there, and did exactly what I didn't want it to do. It used Reflect, which it has Reflect, Sunny Day, Grass Knot, and Razor Leaf. This thing is a set-up special. It's not really here to deal out the damage. It really is just here to make sure that it gets certain things set up, like Reflect. And we're going to wing attack again, because I have a feeling Gardenia is going to use a Super Potion. All right. My hunch was correct. And you know what? I'm pretty good with this happening. Reflect happening and taking some time to beat the Turtwig now, because that leaves less Reflect for her future Pokemon. Sunny Day, like I said, that it is now set up, which is really good for Fire-type Pokemon, funny enough. It actually increases the power of Fire-type attacks, which you'd think would be a little counterintuitive. And we get 136 experience, not bad. Sunlight Strong, that's going to be up for 5 turns, along with the Reflect being up for 5 turns, but that is because it does not just help out Fire-type Pokemon, it also helps out one of her Pokemon. But it does help out Fire-type Pokemon, so we're going to send Zuko out. Look at that. Look at that proper capitalization. And say hello to Cherim. This is a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far. And oh my gosh, what the heck was that? Cherim is the evolved form of Cherubi, if you couldn't guess by its name alone. And as you saw, when you initially throw out Cherim, it has a different form than it has currently. When its ability Flower Gift lets it transform, it gets certain stat increases in the sunlight. This Cherim does not have Sunny Day itself. Instead, it has Grass Knot, Leech Seed, Safeguard, and Magical Leaf. So this thing is much more so, you know, the Pokemon, the attacking Pokemon, while Turtwig was the setting up Pokemon. However, it is a pretty risky strategy. I'm actually surprised it didn't lose half health, even with the Reflect up, because that took a hit. But as long as the sun is up, this Cherim will have this form. Leech Seed is not fun to deal with. It will slowly suck the health out of Zuko. I could have prevented that by using Taunt if I was thinking, but I was not thinking. Oh, okay. But Zuko comes back. All right. I was expecting a little more to that battle, but Zuko decided to end it right then and there, which is why I love you, Zuko. And the sunlight's still strong. Which, again, now that Cherim is gone, is only good for us. And finally, Gardenia is going to send out her ace in the hole, Roserade. Roserade, we have talked about it before. Badoo evolves into Roselia, and then Roselia evolves into Roserade. It's not the end yet. It's getting close there, Gardenia. I don't know what to tell you. And this Roserade has the ability Natural Cure, which upon switch out, if it has a status ailment, it will get rid of that status ailment. And it's holding a Citrus Berry, which is important. So if you put Pluck on your Flying-type Pokemon, now would be a fantastic time to use it, because that's going to get annoying. And Roserade is going to have the moves Magical Leaf, Grass Knot, Stun Spore, and Poison Sting. Also in Diamond and Pearl, this battle is not nearly as hard. I think her levels are slightly lower. She still has the Turtwig. She has a Cherubi instead of a Cherim, and her Roserade, I believe, is level 20. You probably saw that on the bottom screen right now while my Diamond little playthrough is going, so you can see the differences. But Roserade is in fact an absolutely terrifying Pokemon. We're going to taunt real fast. And she outspeeds, too. Oh my goodness, I totally underestimated that Roserade. I was going to use Taunt to prevent this Stun Spore from happening, so I wouldn't be paralyzed, but this Roserade, on top of being fast, Roserade is an incredibly good special attacker. And it's got some pretty decent defenses too, as we're about to see. I was hoping that the Reflect would wear off before this thing came out, but it appears that we're not going to be that lucky. Magical Leaf is a Grass-type Pokemon. It's a Grass-type move that won't miss. It's not very effective, fortunately. So while this Roserade is really, really good in both Special Attack Department and Burn. Oh, no, I thought that was... There was a little hesitation there, and I thought it was going to burn. But no, Roserade is just popping its Citrus Berry, and then it's going to absorb a little bit more from Leech Seed, which is most unfortunate. Totally lost my thought process there, but Roserade overall a phenomenal Pokemon, and we really risked the biscuit there. It's a phenomenal Pokemon. If you want, you know, as much as there's an abundance of grass poison types in the Pokemon series already, if you wanted to pick a good grass poison type up, I can highly, highly recommend Roserade. And for this early in the game, being the second gym leader, that third stage Pokemon, it's really good. Amazing, you're very good, aren't you? You know it, girl. And we got a bunch for winning too. But it's a very tough challenge if you don't have you know, a Staravia or you know, a Monferno like I do. If you started out with a Piplup, you're probably suffering if you don't have yourself a decent flying type at this point. I might have said it before, but you're really tough. Wasn't it hard for you to raise your Pokemon to be so good? Shucks, no, I'm just maybe born with it. I guess that's a measure of how much you love your Pokemon, which we're going to be checking on the friendship checker. Huh? You guys going to prove her wrong? In recognition of that, I proudly grant you this. And we get ourselves the Forest Badge from Gardenia. I guess, really, what other badge would you get from the Grass-type Master? With the Forest Badge, your Pokemon can use the hidden move Cut outside of battle. Now that you have 2 gym badges, all your Pokemon received in trades will obey you up to level 30. Alright, not bad. I've also got something else. It's a gift from me. And we get TM86, which we didn't see during the battle, but is a really good move. It is Grass Knot. It's one of my favorite moves. The heavier the foe, the more damage this move will cause. So Grass Knot is pretty cool. It doesn't have a set amount of damage. It does more damage the heavier the foe is, which is really interesting as a move, and it's really interesting as a, I guess, how would you say that? It's really interesting in calculating damage for a move. Earlier on, you know, pre-evolved Pokemon would be smaller and therefore way less, where later on in the game, you know, Pokemon might be heavier from their evolved forms, and there are some Pokemon who will really take an absurd amount of damage from this move. So it's very cool. It's very situational, and I kind of really like that. Force Gen's very good about that. They did so much right. And of course, after beating her, oh, would you look at the time? It's 12:30. I gotta be somewhere that's not here. Let me out of here. All right, and so with that, guys, that was not too hard of a gym challenge, I must say. I mean, I'm not going to complain about that by any stretch of the imagination. It just seems like that was really, really easy, but that's just kind of based on our team composition. We were lucky enough to have that. And speaking of luck, now that we have Cut, we can go see what's going on here in the Team Galactic building, but we'll cover that in the next episode, guys. So if you liked what you saw, smash that subscribe button, like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like, and until next time, guys, I will catch you later. You don't like me as much as Gardenia said you should. Running, running in the doors. Running, running here some more. Running in the doors. Running indoors. Pokemon 4th Gen.